This is what you need to know in order for you to become consistent within the next 30 days. This is how you're going to become successful within the next 30 days. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance. And what we're going to talk about in today's video is the importance of being okay with where you are. And to be honest, nobody wants to hear that, but that's the truth. If you haven't seen already, check out the previous videos up until today. We talked about the importance, is that a word? Importances? The importance, I think I just made up a word. The importance of being consistent. What are your desires? What are you trying to accomplish? What are your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals? What are you expecting? Most importantly, why are you motivated? Like, what is your purpose? And most importantly, how it's going to affect you. If you haven't seen already, the playlist will be on the screen somewhere or in the description down below. But as you're learning to be consistent, so once you have all that information acknowledged, once you're aware of the responsibilities, once you're able to now come up with solutions, you have to realize that in the beginning, it may seem difficult and challenging because you're actually taking the initiative to face your fears. And a lot of times, because we're trying to better ourselves, we start to feel doubt. We start to feel insecure, especially if you grew up in an environment where you didn't feel love, you weren't heard, you weren't seen. Maybe you have insecurities, maybe you have codependency issues, maybe people projected onto you. You can have all these ideas, you can have all these identified emotions like suppressed feelings, and it can cause you to feel overwhelmed. It can cause you just to feel really bad about yourself. So it's just like, instead of focusing on what you went through, like the suffering and the pain or trauma, and not knowing what you've learned now, it's important to just be grateful that you're not where you used to be. Being consistent, being successful is not impossible. So you have to realize you define your success. You get to decide what it is that you want to be consistent in. But speaking from experience, what has helped me along my healing journey and just in life in general was to be grateful that even though I made certain choices in the past just like you, doesn't mean that it defines my character or that I have to continue to be stuck and stagnant. Like, that is the whole purpose of you moving forward. Like, today is the only day that matters. Tomorrow doesn't exist yet, right? In the past, yesterday is done and over with. So as you're starting something that you've never done before, as you're deciding to heal yourself, whether that's psychologically, emotionally, physically, financially, as you're deciding to get into new healthy relationships, have new friends, maybe even move, change your appearance, lose weight, gain weight, right? As when you decide that you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to realize the past version of you was exposed to certain people, places, and things, family, friends, schools, etc. And that in those moments, it was very crucial and imperative you to learn certain lessons about yourself and the world, and to realize what resonated with you, what made you made you feel seen, what made you feel heard, and the things that didn't. Like, yes, you may have times where maybe you were going through abuse psychologically, physically, emotionally. This doesn't condone it or justify it, but you learn in these situations how it affected you, how other people treated you, maybe to speak up for yourself, maybe to communicate, maybe to articulate, or maybe to separate yourself, maybe to get guidance, maybe to ask for help. Like, we're going through things in life in the moment, and it's really just important for us to internalize what we can do to become better, because when these situations go by, so are you. The problem is, a lot of people don't learn from their lessons and they continue to do the same things, or a lot of times you beat yourself up. And instead of beating yourself up, accept the fact that you wanting to become consistent, you wanting to be successful, you wanting to get that job, start a business, be a content creator, you wanting to get the house, you wanting to get the car, the relationship, just wanting to do better is a step forward. Like, speaking from experience, there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only so much that you can do. And I talk about that and I stress that over and over and over again, like Nelly said, because it's just like, as you're experiencing life, you have to realize this is your first life being you. Like, you're learning information, you're being exposed. And in the times now that we're living in, it's a lot going on. So it's just like, you have to realize your path, your life, your journey is for you, and there's no timeline. Like, yes, you may see other people doing things. Yes, you may feel some type of way. It's not to invalidate what you went through or who you are, how you felt, but you have to realize, if you didn't know certain things in your past that you're learning right now in the present, you can implement that in your future. You can make changes every single day. Like, don't allow yourself to be hindered or think it's too late. Like, it's never too late to do anything if you choose to. Like, that is what consistency is. Consistency in being successful. The most successful people, the most consistent people decide to do those things. Nobody's going to tell you things that you don't have to do. So always take what resonates, leave the rest. Like, when you learn to be grateful for where you are and not where you used to be, you will realize the importance of why you went through the things that you did, because it's not unintentional. You may feel like that because you may not have understanding, you may not have the guidance, you may not have the wisdom, you may not have the discernment. You will realize, because eventually when you're meant to be somewhere, when you want to do something, you're going to start to realize, I have to change my ways. I have to change my behavior. I have to change the way I communicate. I have to change my physical appearance. Like, you have to make necessary changes in order for you to become this person or do the things that you want to do. And once again, starting in the beginning, it could be scary, but it's just like, you have to realize that if you are afraid, walk in the direction that you want to go in. Like, the fear will slowly disappear, speaking from experience. When we learn how to ride bikes for the first time when we're little, when we learn how to swim, when we learn how to speak, when we learn how to do things, it can, make you feel some type of way. But you have to realize, a lot of the times people are afraid because they don't know. And becoming the best version of yourself, if you can learn to transmute the energy, which we're going to do in the next couple of videos, you will just be grateful, and you will realize that you having this fear is going to get you to where you need to be. And if it wasn't for this fear, it wouldn't be a bother. It wouldn't be something that you worry about. Like, you're afraid because you know this is who you want to be. This is what you want to do. And like, learning to just accept that, for example, the goal that I've been talking about, the main consistency and successful tip and example that I've been giving as general knowledge and as an example was losing weight. If you know that, let's just say today when you're watching this video, that you want to lose weight, or when I first started posting these videos for the 30-day challenge, that you wanted to lose weight. Yes, at that time, in this moment right now, let's just say you may be overweight or maybe you're underweight, and you may feel like, oh my God, I'm just not happy. That's normal, that's common. But the fact that you are deciding that, you know what, I want to take care of my health, I want to lose this weight, or I want to gain this weight, and I may not have the perfect body, or I may not have the finances, I may not be able to cut off certain foods or whatever it is, but the fact that you want to, and the fact that you're willing to take each day to go to the gym, save your money, get a personal trainer, cut off certain foods, educate yourself, find exercising, finding like solutions, that's what these videos are about recently, is just a great thing. Like, it's just, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's, sometimes you get speechless, because it's just like, honestly, and I know I said I was not gonna make these videos no more, but I'm tired, you guys. I've been up all day. I literally just got back inside. But whenever you watch this, I don't know. But like, basically, honestly, sometimes you just have to be quiet, and that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I've been making these videos like live, in the moment, in action, and like, as I'm speaking, as I'm hearing myself speak, it's just like, it's really no words. It's really no words other than like, I'm proud of you. Like, you really just have to be proud of yourself for making the changes. Like, yes, it can be frustrating if, like I said, you're trying to lose weight and you've never lost weight before, or maybe you don't know how you're going to lose weight. Like, if you want to lose the weight, you're going to make the choices. And like, as you guys continue to watch these videos, as you apply the knowledge, as you ask any questions or concerns, and you take the time for yourself, you will see the results. But you have to realize that when you do something, if you are genuinely passionate about what it is that you're doing, what it takes shouldn't be an issue. So like I said, you could be scared to lose weight in the beginning. You may feel frustrated. Like, let's just say you go to the gym for a couple of weeks and you're not seeing results. That's common, right? But it's like, if this is what you signed up for, if this is what you really want, then you got to be able to put in the work. And it's just like comparing yourself, let's just say if you weigh a certain amount of weight, because that's the goal. Once again, let me know in the comment section, what goals do you guys have, so I can give you more experience and more information, because that's the whole purpose of these videos, to educate and inform. But it's like, maybe you see other people losing weight that are your size or that you know, and you've been going to the gym and like they're seeing results, like you'll start to compare yourself, right? And you'll start to feel bad about yourself. And it's just like, you can't compare your body to everybody else's body. Everybody loses weight differently. Everyone's weight is different, like from genetics, hormones, gender, all that good stuff. So it's just like, being grateful for where you are right now is going to help you be consistent, because it's like you can't do anything. That's why I was so speechless, because it's just like, if I'm being honest, other than me being extremely sleepy, you can't control time. You really can't. And me personally, from experience, like, instead of like trying to control time or try to rush the time, I just realized, why do I have to go through this? And that's what you got to ask yourself sometimes. Like, when you're going through the moments, when you're starting, or when you're in the middle or the midst of the storm, as people say, just ask yourself, like, why am I going through this? And then you'll realize it's because where you're coming from. If, like I said, you decided to lose weight and everyone around you isn't maybe like educated or aware of how to lose weight, or you don't know anybody, or you feel like you're alone doing something, you have to realize that what you learned, what you used to eat, like, it took a while for you to be exposed to that. So unlearning that, purging, growing, is going to cause temporary discomfort, and that's a part of you being consistent. Consistency is just you doing the same thing for a long time until it shows up. It's literally like planting a seed. When we plant seeds in the ground, we don't constantly check them every 2 hours or every 2 days. Like, if you, let's just say, plant a seed, an apple seed or an apple tree, it takes time. It could take years. It could take months. Like, when you learn to be grateful for where you are and focus on what you have, it's going to build your confidence. And that's all you need to be consistent and successful, is a level of confidence, a level of understanding, a level of comprehension, a level of knowing. And when you guys see me look this way, I'm looking at the outline. And this is why I strategically broke down these videos step by step. So it's like, when you learn to focus on what you have, not only do you gain confidence, but you are able to think rationally and logically and continue to find solutions, because it's like, you're going to have a plan, right, to become successful. You're going to have a plan to be consistent. I'm giving you guys the outline the best way that I can, right? You're going to take this information, you're going to follow it. Certain things may happen. Like, just because you decide to become successful or be consistent doesn't mean you're not going to go through things. The whole purpose of you going through those things in the moment as you're learning these skills and habits is to adapt. So therefore, as you are going through things and they seem more difficult and they seem more challenging, instead of you giving up or you stopping, you overcome what it is. Because that's what's going to take for you to be consistent. Like, this is something that takes time, energy, and effort. Like, it's literally an investment. Like I said, if you're trying to lose weight, you never lost weight before, if everyone around you maybe, like I said, is unaware or uneducated, and you decide to separate yourself, you have to realize mentally, emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially, how that's impacted your life. And it's not to shame anybody. We're not here to body shame anybody. Like, I call people big bags because I'm a big bag. And if you've never heard that before, look it up. But you have to realize that when you can focus on what you have and you learn to be grateful, like, you'll just appreciate the time, because it's not the goal. It's who you had to become to get the goal. Because it's like, once you get the goal, once you lose the weight, you lost the weight. Once you buy the house, you're a homeowner. Once you get a car, you own a car. Like, you can do what you want, and you still have to move forward. Like, when we get certain things in life, depending on what it is, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. So it's just like, if you want to lose the weight, how are you going to lose the weight? And that's what it is. Like, that's the consistency. That's the success, is what you did. It's not the result. The result is what you did. Hopefully that makes sense. But it's like, it's not the result. It's what you had to do. What you had to do is going to determine your results. So if you have questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for everyone who's been commenting and engaging and liking and sharing these videos. I really appreciate you guys. This is November, what is today? November 16th when I'm making this, or whenever you see this. I'm really super grateful for those who have been watching all the way through and subscribing and following me on all social media platforms. All of them will be down in the description box below. If you want a one-on-one session, head to my website at TigerSummer.com. Being consistent takes time, and honestly, it's just like there's no right or wrong way to be consistent, be successful. So always take what resonates, leave the rest. And it doesn't matter how many times you have to learn from what you're going through, because it's like if nobody is doing what you're doing, you can't listen to them. Like, I don't listen to anybody who's not gonna be where I know I'm gonna be. Like, everyone's not gonna be able to go with you on your journey. So it's just like, as you're learning from your past, as you're growing, as you're evolving, as you grow, as you mature, you realize what you have control over and what you don't. You realize who's for you, who's not. And honestly, it's just about making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who have similar direction. So therefore, you don't feel confused, that you don't have to feel ungrateful, that you have to compare yourself, or that you're upset with yourself. But this is it's a process. Like, healing yourself from your past self, especially if it's traumatic, takes a lot of time, energy, and effort. Okay, so make sure when you follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, once again, all social medias will be down in the description box below. You DM me if you have any questions, as well as stay on my live. Check that out. And on my story, I post on my post to see what you guys want to talk about, any questions, comments, or concerns, as well as YouTube in the community section. Because once we reach our goal on YouTube, I would love to answer you guys' questions. I get a lot of questions, so just feel free to engage. Do not be shy, and just remember, what you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. So it's like, if you're focusing on why you're not able to lose weight and you just started to lose weight, it's not going to help you mentally, psychologically. If you are surrounding yourself with people who try to make you feel bad because you want to do things different, you want to improve yourself, it's not going to help you. If you're worried about why everyone else is able to lose weight and you can't lose weight, it's not going to change your situation. Like, complaining is not going to do anything for you. It may make you feel better. So it's like, if you're going to complain, I'm going to end off the video here. If you're going to complain, say what you need to say, but like, let it go. Like, seriously, if you are somebody that needs to say how you feel, say how you feel, right? Like, allow your feelings to be what they are, but it's just like, you have to keep it moving. Like, speaking from experience, that is something that I've had to learn within the first 27 years of my life. Like, if I really felt some type of way about something, I would say whatever I needed to say, right? To yourself, to people you trust, confide, love, in a journal, to your cat, your fish, a therapist, guidance counselor, right? Say how you feel angry, be mad, feel those things, because it's normal. It's a part of healing, it's a part of grief, but leave it alone. Like, once you say how you feel, once you understand how you feel, and once you process, because that's what healing is about, is processing your emotions, you'll be okay. Focus on where you are. Know that it's not the end of the world, as long as you're showing up and you come up with your problems. You come up with your problem solving, you come up with your solutions. Why wouldn't you be consistent? Why wouldn't you be successful? So make sure you guys check out the other videos. We talked about everything up until now, and that's how I'm going to continue to go about these videos in this playlist and in this series. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Love you. Bye.